Hello again and welcome back to Word 2019. This is Deb and I'm going to take you through how you can do some basic edits in a document. And these are just really some basic editing functions which it's useful for you to know before we move on to the next section. So we've already edited this document in a couple of ways. We've done some finding and some replacing. And now I just want to show you a couple of things when it comes to deleting, backspacing, and also undoing and redoing things in your document. So sometimes we might want to type some text in the middle of other text. So for example, it's got Ashby Properties was founded as a new company. So I might want to add in here as a new property company. Now when it comes to deleting, the delete key on your keyboard will always delete everything to the right of it. So if I start to press my delete key, you can see that it's going to delete out the word company. Now backspace on the other hand will delete everything to the left of it. So if I start to do backspace, you can see it's going to delete out that word property. So just remember that they work slightly differently. Another thing I want to show to you is the very important undo and redo button. I know so many people who can't live without their undo button. Now, these two buttons will always be available by default on the quick access toolbar to make them super easy for you to access. So if we look up here, you can see we have the undo button. And what this will allow you to do is to essentially undo what you've just done. So for example, I've just backspaced that word property. So if I start clicking undo, it's going to give me the P back, the R, the O, so on and so forth. So I can carry on undoing to reverse my last action. The same thing with redo. If I then decide, actually, I don't want that word there, I could redo and it will go back and redo that deletion. What it's also worth noting is that underneath or next to your undo icon, you have a little drop down. And this will allow you to go back and basically select how far back you want to undo to. So it will allow you to do multiple undos all in one go. So just be aware that that's there as well. Now there is a shortcut key for these also. So undo, the shortcut key is Control Z. So if you do something, then quickly think, oops, I want to backtrack out of that. A quick Control Z is your best friend. And redo, Control Y. So it's good to get those in your brain and make those part of your shortcut repertoire. Now I'm going to add my word back in. Just going to say company. And I'm pretty happy with how this looks, so I'm going to do a save by clicking the save button on the quick access toolbar. And there we go. So now I think you have a good knowledge on how to get started with Word. We've gone through all of those basics that will provide you with a great springboard, a really good foundation for moving into some of the more intermediate options, which we're going to start to cover in the next section. But first, I have a practice exercise for you to do, so I will see you over there.